Yeah, Windy Bill here, and we're going up to the Keane Wonder Mine today. And just to give you an idea, you can see some old water tanks and old ruins up there. There's a little down here, and there's a pipeline over there. So we're going to show you more when we get up there. Okay, we just made it up here to the Keane Wonder Mine. And if you look down there, there's a bunch of old mine ruins down there of the processing plant that was up here. The plant's set up there on the side of the mountain there. If you look above those fenders of that white truck, it's up over that area. And a lot of other ruins up there. So we're going to walk up that direction. I'll bring you back when I see more. Okay, Windy Bill here. And we're looking as we're walking up. This was the processing area down here. They had refined the ore and it would get shipped off to processing plants. Oh, Arizona, Utah, they had them up there. And they'd usually get shipped out by rail. So this ore would have went over towards Beatty, and from there it would have been shipped out on the Tonopah Tidewater Railroad to the Santa Fe line over in Ludlow, and then from there it had been shipped off to the processing plant. Yep, and you can see some ruins up here. And we're going to walk up that direction. I'll bring you back when I walk up there. Okay, as you look over here, we got an old mine shaft that went down, and it's been caged. Park Service came in and caged a lot of the mines around here for tourist safety. And this mine was from 1904 to 1917, and I know it was processed and worked after that, and it's been used a lot. Now, as we walk up here, see a water tank, and look at the structure for the where they processed and brought the ore in. Now, if you look, there's a tramway up at top. And that tramway came from the top of the mountain where the mines were. And it's a really unique mining area. Okay, look at the nice stacked timbers. And you got the ore chute up there. And that's where they would bring the ore down to and store it until they processed it. And they probably had a few crushers up here. Primary and secondary crusher they dump the ore into and crush it down for processing. Now here we have the bull wheel. And the bull wheel is what the aerial tramway would turn on. And that would have been at the bottom of this tram. That bull wheel would have been to take the cable back up to the top. And I use ski resorts. If you ever went on a chairlift on a ski resort, they're the exact same thing. They have a bull wheel at the top and one at the bottom. They have a cable that takes the chairs up. Here it would take up buckets or carts. And they would go to the top. They'd ride on a stationary cable and have one that goes up and down. That's why you see so much cable and everything laying around down here. And that's a big tank. I'm not sure if that was a tank or a boiler. Old timber is processing. And that would have been below one of the primary crushers, or secondary crushers. And this would have been probably holding a crusher. It's a pity all the heavy machinery is gone. That's what makes them so nice. Old concrete slabs. But this was back in 1917 and earlier. Keane Wonder Mine was a big mine, produced a lot of ore, brought in lots of money. But now think about this. 1917. There was no paved roads in Death Valley. There were dirt trails, wagon roads. You had the borax mines working. And you were pretty much out here in the middle of nowhere. I like to say today we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but compared to then, nothing like it. That tramway is very nice. I'm glad they were able to repair it and salvage it and keep it safe and keep it standing. There's been a lot of work done to it by Park Service. They spent a lot of money taking care of their site. Okay, we're going to walk around some more and I'll show you some more in a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but down in the canyon there's a square metal box. If you look close, you can see hinges. And I'm going to look at that when we walk down the other road going back to the car. That was a safe. That was probably the safe for the mine. Okay, that's where it began, the processing. It had been dumped in and it would have worked its way over and into here. Well, as we walk, we're going to just keep looking and see what we can see. There's another trail down there. Okay, there's probably a little dugout tunnel there, it looks like. It must not be too bad. And there's another big building over there. We're going to walk over and see what that was. Okay. Look at the shape of these rocks. Hold on. Look at the water pipeline. And that goes all the way down to the bottom and all the way out. As all the old processing plant was down there. We're going to hike. We're hiking to a building that collapsed. If you look over in the dusty horizon, there's stovepipe wells. If you look this way, I know you can't make it out. Furnace Creek Ranch is over there. I see a lot of rock, a lot of ore. Pyrite, a little galena. So they probably was getting some silver. Quartz was mainly for the gold. So it's hard to say exactly what they were trying to go after. I think gold was their primary mining product. Okay. So they would be doing mining for gold. And silver, lead, that'd all be secondary. But it all pays the bills. So that's the name of the game when you're mining like this. You've got the cost of the equipment. You got the cost of the miners, you got to pay them. You got repair bills, a little bit of everything. Plus, this gold you had to ship out by rail to either Utah or Arizona to be processed. So that's why back in the 1917 and stuff, that's why a lot of these places were mined and then give up on, because you had World War I. That put a hardship on these mines, drafting all the miners into the war effort. And then they just get out and start recovering. And then good old World War II would come along. And in World War II, they actually, if what you were mining was not something for the war effort, they shut you down. You lost your employees, you lost your mine, you couldn't work it. No. And they had to start all over after the war. Well, if you mined lead, you was definitely allowed to keep mining, because lead was used for the war effort. If your only product was gold, no, you wouldn't have been allowed to keep mining, because there was no war effort for gold. Same with silver. Now, borax was used in the production of steel, so they got to be able to mine that. And then you have the fluctuating prices. After the war, shortly afterwards, a lot of the prices for lead went way down. So there was no reason to mine it after that. Okay, we're here at another building. We got Guppy today with us exploring. Yeah, big piece of wood. Okay, if you look here, that was a big building. It had a wood floor. No, leave it alone. Had a wood floor. Had a cable. Oh, they had a cable here for something. It's anchored. Be interesting to know what that cable was anchored for. This was a nice building at one time. Okay, and then you got here. I'm thinking this was somebody's house. Probably the mine supervisor, or it could have been a house and office. Could have been a bunkhouse. It's hard to say. But we do know this much. There's an outhouse. And outhouses were very important when you had a lot of people working. We have a tunnel over there. By the looks of the tailing pile, I'd say it goes back maybe 10 feet, if that. Now, when you see little tunnels like that, that could have been the explosive storage area. Because they have to keep dynamite and storage, and they also have to keep blasting caps in a separate storage area. Pretty much several hundred feet apart. So if the blasting caps accidentally went off, it wouldn't set off the dynamite. If the dynamite somehow went off, it wouldn't set off the blasting caps. Get down. If you look down there, we have a water pipe running. This is really a beautiful old mine. Been wanting to get up here for a long time. Now, if you look over in the parking lot, we're the only one here right now. That cable really does interest me. Stay here. No, stay right here. Stay right there. I'm going to go over here and look. We're walking over here to the edge. Going to look down. Cable runs there, runs back there. This wall fell backwards. The cable still runs down there. Okay, that cable was used for something. Definitely not to hold up this house. Looks like they ran something up here to it. A lot of old mining equipment here. Old tanks. This place is really awesome. Keane Wonder Mine. Okay, we're going to be walking the trail back the other direction, and if I see something interesting, I will bring you back on and we'll see what we find. Having a little problem with some of my settings today. If you see that post sticking up, that's a claim marker. This would have been divided off in several claims. Probably as high as possibly 50 up in the area. And then you went up top, there was more. Got a little tunnel over there. Like I said, those might have been for explosives. Nice specimen of rocks. That would be quartz crystal. Nice big flat vein. I'm trying to get out of the sunlight. You see the reflection. Looks like some pyrite. Definitely got iron pyrite here. See how got the little bit of rust color in mixed with the silvery. That's iron pyrite. Where you find those two elements, you always find gold somewhere. And if you look at Guppy's right foot on the left side, there's another vein of quartz right there. So that was brought in probably, or they dug it up while they was making all these trails. Okay, got some more quartz here, iron pyrite there. You know, in today's world, 2024, if we went to war, we'd be hurting for supplies. Think about everything that comes in from China and other countries, all those shipping containers. Look at all our mines we don't have open anymore. Because it's cheaper to import it. They can dig it up and mine it because they're paying their people $1 a day to mine. There's no OSHA. There's no safety. If you get hurt or killed, you're just SOL. There's nothing to protect you. Come on. So, yeah, they can mine it cheaper than us. And people say, well, why are we trying to raise wages? Well, if you need an apartment, those prices are outrageous. A single person working cannot afford to have a house to live in. That nice water pipe running up there. Like I said, this is a big operation. All right, we'll get more. I'll bring you back.